Hello, everybody. My name is Mayor Watt. That's my site. I run ohmTown.com, and I am the host of the ohmTown Daily News Show, which goes over the last 24 hours of news as I have gleaned from my aggregator, of which my aggregator gathers about 200 news sources into, I would argue, a unified location, which is ohmTown.com, into 6 categories, and within those 6 categories are 50 channels. I have been experimenting with the time frame as to when I'm going to host my new show, the ODNS show. And I've come to the conclusion that 11 p.m. is too late. I used to do it at 7. I don't think that's early enough. So I'm time shifting over to 11 a.m. and I'll be doing that daily. And then when summer comes around, I'll be doing longer streams, probably 8 hours a day. Not sure if it'll get traction. Not sure if it'll make any change at all. But I want to do this 11 a.m. thing for a while and see if it's a better time slot for people to talk about the news. We shall see. With that in mind, what I'm going to do tonight, instead of doing a full hour stream, I'm just going to run through the headlines really quick and post them in the chat. And we won't really get too into the discussion today. Sorry, I'm trying to find my chat. It has vaporized. There we go. So today's episode is going to be a little bit short. And what is today's episode? It is for April 17th, 2022. I've been rather lax in stating what day it is in the show, thinking that the title would be good enough, but I'm going to start including it in the rundown of the show right off the top. So I kind of missed it this time, but tomorrow at 11 a.m., I'll include it a little bit better. In the meantime, I think what I'm going to end up doing, you know what? I'm just going to save tonight's news and just leave it like that tonight. I'm not going to do a full hour at all. I think 11 p.m. for the news is a little too late. I think 11 a.m. would be fine, maybe even earlier. We'll see. I might shift it even earlier. After having some discussions with people, it basically is at 11 o'clock at night here in the United States. Although it's 8 o'clock on one coast, it's 11 o'clock on the other. People are doing other things and kind of shutting down. And so they don't want to listen to the news this late. And I'm lost in the shuffle of just chatting. So I have been also experimenting with moving over into the podcast talk show category. But you have to be really motivated to go over there because everybody is in just chatting. But I'm a podcast as well, and on YouTube. There's a Discord as well, etc., etc., etc. But what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to leave tonight's stream running. I'm going to stop my recording and then I'm going to start it again. The VOD is going to have this at the very beginning of it because I stopped a longer one today and fired it up. Just going to play music until sometime before I actually do the show. I guess I don't even need to do that really, although if I don't shut it down and restart it, no announcement goes out. It's just a long VOD that is running forever, and nobody gets alerted that a new show is going to be kicking off. So, although I've been doing this for about a week at 11 p.m., the previous 105 other shows have always been at the uh, starting sometime around 6. I actually start recording at 7 until 8 o'clock, and sometimes it runs long, or it doesn't really matter at this point. I'm going to be shifting to 11 a.m. Starting tomorrow, and talking about the news. So see you then, I guess. In the meantime, if you are just coming into my chat, I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. There's no show really tonight. It's just this announcement that I'm going to be shifting over to 11 a.m. starting tomorrow. And I hope to see you then. I think it's a better time frame, really, um, for me to do it and to be able to produce the rest of the show. And I want to expand from that 11 o'clock time frame out, and kind of maintain anybody that might be in the chat from one show to another. ODNS, which is the ohmTown Daily News Show, is hopefully the core of ohmTown.com. And then from there, we'll branch out into the other shows. Um, I've been planning on launching um, a business show on the weekends, a tech show on the weekends, along with the ohmTown Daily News Show. So more shows will be kicking off on the weekends, mainly because I'm working full time still. So, and and right now there's just a lot of people that are streaming, and uh, I don't know. I need to change it up to figure out, what people really want in a news show on Twitch. I get some engagement from the podcast. I get some engagement from the YouTube channel, but not much, not by any stretch. I'm not advertising. I'm not hyping it up anywhere. I'm also not the online version of a train wreck, really. You know, I don't react wildly. I'm pretty chill about things. My music is even chill about things. So, I just I want to keep doing this, but at 11 o'clock, it's a little too much, too late at night. So it's a wildly different audience. Um, and I'm not as, I guess, engaged at 11 o'clock. I actually like hanging out with other streams. And many of the people that I have met online late at night, I'm sure that they would like to come to my stream and chat with me, but they are streamers as well. And so I think that 11 o'clock in the morning would be better suited for um, people who are interested in the news and hanging out, maybe passively while they're at work, listening to what's going on in the news. And I can do it for a longer period of time if I so choose, versus being locked in the two time frames that I've set until this 11 o'clock one are extremely limited, because I have other things that need to be done after the show or before the show. So yeah, um, unless I don't know, I, just today I witnessed somebody who never had a Twitch account, apparently never was anywhere, fired up their Twitch channel and instantly had 600 people in it. Um, and and that just blew my mind that they went viral, starting today, and then just kind of blew up today. And I don't know what all is there, so I can't really talk about it. Like, I don't know why that happened, but it was really interesting to witness. It spiked for a little bit and then dropped down dramatically. And the last time I saw anything was there were like 200 people or something like that in the channel. And that was in the middle of the day. So I was like, huh, well, that that's an interesting turn of events. But um, for the news, and that's not what they were doing, right? But for the news, it's a different crowd. So many people, I doubt, are talking like this at the beginning of their stream. They might be perceived as not having any experience. So why do they have an opinion about this stuff? But I do have experience both in streaming, but not dramatically so. None of my stuff has ever gone viral, and I am more focused on the business administrative side of things. But I love the idea of streaming and hanging out and talking with people in chat. I just I don't play games that much. So Twitch is predominantly a game centric place. People can listen to the news via a podcast. They don't necessarily want to chat with people about the news on Twitch. Some do, but those channels that are talking about stuff and not necessarily the news are talking about things that are just a different tilt, different perspective, different angle than what I'm trying to talk about, which is actually the news and science and tech, and not necessarily the train wreck surrounding it all. So I hope that you come back if you are watching this VOD or catching it live right now, and I don't see it actually happening in Twitch, because Twitch live stats are odd to me. They're not really, they seem quirky. And I've been told periodically to just ignore that. But at any rate, like right now, it says that there's about 12 people in my chat. But my data up here says one person. And depending on the time frame, there might be two. So I need to see some real-time interaction in the chat for me to even gauge, really, it seems. Because even post, I'll get the report from Twitch, and it'll say that I had 5 unique people coming into the chat, but I've never seen them. And that stat, the number of viewers, concurrent viewers, has nowhere. When I get rated, I've had more people, but right now it only says 1, but the chat actually says that I've got like 12 people in it. So at any rate, I'm not going to make this long. I'm actually going to shut down my stream, my camera stream, but I'm going to keep on streaming music until tomorrow, when at 11 o'clock I will kick off the ohmTown Daily News Show at 11. So remember that, 11 o'clock tomorrow. I do have events before and after the time frame that I've got set up, which is 11 to 12. So I will probably shorten the show, with the hopes that because it's a shorter show, people will swing by and chat, and we'll talk about whatever the news is within the last 24 hours. I would like to spend more time, and maybe I'll do an evening show as well. But we'll see. We'll have to play it by ear, so to speak. So with that in mind, I'll see you tomorrow, 11 o'clock. Thanks for swinging by. Bye-bye.